What's up, interwebs? You're tuning in here with Juliet, and I would be dressed up as Topaz right now to talk about this, but I don't have time. So, if you haven't found out from the title already, I kind of want to talk about beauty standards, because I shaved my legs this morning, but it was only from like my knee down, because I was like, shaving my thighs is such a hassle, you know. And it occurred to me that it's just like, I've been shaving since I was 11 years old. I'm currently 18. 7 years of my life I have tried to achieve silky smooth legs. But I kind of thought about it this morning and I was like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, you don't really think about it, and like, even the most like, you know, like beauty confident person, or like someone who's not really like concerned about it, like concerned about beauty, it's just like you feel the need to shave because everyone else does it. It's the weirdest thing to me. Like, it might just be in like America. I'm not really sure about like beauty standards in like other countries. Like, I should probably look into that one day because I'm an uncultured American and it's awful. But yeah, I was just kind of thinking about it and I was like, shaving's weird. If you haven't been able to tell, I also did this on the day that I did the money one, so of course, I've been doing a lot of thinking today. It's kind of weird. Actually, no, not really, but I overthink things. But anyway, it's kind of like, we're kind of given like a double standard between like males and females. Like, for females, like, we're told you have to have like silky smooth legs, your armpits have to be shaved, you're not allowed to have any like weird excess body hair, and that's not the way this works. It's just, well, because for males, like, you can have a hairy chest, a hairy stomach, hairy arms, a hairy face and legs, and you know, it's fine for them. I mean, if they're into that kind of thing, like, but they're not allowed to be like super hairy. But at the same time, people think it's weird if guys wax or shave, and it's this weird like double standard thing where it's just like women are allowed to be hairy and guys aren't allowed to be clean unless it's their face. It's the weirdest thing to me, because it's just like, why can't people just be people if they want smooth, you know, hair-free legs, you know? But I mean, like, people do that anyway. Like, they're not asking for permission to do it, like, it's a thing. But society today is like, LOL, no bro, like, what you doing? Like, go shave your legs. Like, I think women who dye their armpit hair, I think it's just like, it's actually kind of cool. I would never do it personally because I like my armpits clean shaven too much. But like, if you have the confidence to do it, like, you do it, bro. You show beauty standards who's boss here, because obviously, like, beauty standards are like ridiculous. But, well, beauty standards in general, it's like you have to be a certain way or else people perceive you as a certain way. Like, I've been called a lesbian multiple times because I'm a tomboy. I don't wear dresses very often. I don't wear skirts a lot. I prefer pants and t-shirts. And it's just like, I'm straight. I like guys. Guys are very attractive. I've soul searched a lot to discover whether or not I could possibly be gay, but I'm not. I've soul searched and I'm just like, you know what? I do not find women attractive in the least. It's kind of in, you know, a natural like female mind to be like, oh, that girl's really pretty. Like, it's kind of because like girls are like really. It's not even because girls are judgmental. It's just this guy that I work with, Steve. He I'm not quite sure why. He was just talking about it one day, and he's like, back in like caveman days, if the men didn't come back, then women would pair up to raise the kids. Like, so the female mind is, you know, immediately more accepting of like a same-sex relationship. Why we were talking about it, I don't know. Probably because he insists I'm a lesbian when I'm not. I don't know. He's weird. But I feel like that's part of the whole reason why we can easily say, you know, we find another girl, you know, pretty, because it's in that natural instinct where it's just like, it's okay. That's part of the reason why it's okay for female best friends to hang all over each other. and, you know, kind of act like lesbians without actually being them, because it's a natural thing in like the human mind. While with guys, it's kind of an off-limits thing, and if you do actually buddy, then you're automatically perceived as gay. And it's the same if a guy cross-dresses, then people automatically assume that, you know, he's gay, or if a guy does drag and they automatically think he's gay. And yeah, sure, a lot of drag queens are, but there are straight guys who do drag, and I think it's pretty gnarly, to be honest. Gnarly in a good way, BT dubs. But I think it's kind of cool, because it's just like, you know, it's kind of like, it's another one of those beauty standards things where it's just like, you know, you don't have to be a certain way to do a certain thing, to dress a certain way, to be, you know? And it's just like, I'm trying to believe all this started from shaving. Like, yeah, I mean, to other cultures, like, shaving is weird. Like, yeah, to a lot of other cultures, like, shaving is weird. Like, having smooth legs is weird and disgusting to other cultures, while having females having, like, kind of hairy legs is, like, taboo here. You know, it's just like, I think people should embrace who they are and their body hair. Like, I won't lie to you, I do have, like, a slightly hairy stomach. Like, it's not, like, disgustingly hairy, like, but it's just, like, under my belly button. But all of my female cousins on my dad's side have it. We're all Italian, Italian-German, so we share the same gene that has that, and yeah, sure, we all shave it. I don't know, I used to be, like, embarrassed about it, but now it's just kind of like, it's part of who I am, and I can't really do anything about it. Like, I have hair on my lower back. Not a lot, but it's visible, you know, but it's all part of who I am, and I've kind of come to embrace that. And I don't think people should really be ashamed of their body hair or who they are, because beauty standards are stupid, honestly. Beauty standards are the dumbest thing to ever exist, because it's just like, you should be who you are and be able to embrace who you are without having to feel ashamed about it. It's kind of like with the whole body shaming thing. It's a load of bullcrap. You should be happy with who you are, and anyone else's opinions on you, it doesn't matter at all. Like, I've been called fat, obese, I've been called ugly, but there's also plenty of people who are like, who think I'm skinny, who think I'm pretty. I'm not one of those people, but you know, it's just, yeah, and you don't have to wear makeup to be pretty. Like, anymore, I hardly ever wear makeup. Like, as you can see, no foundation, no powder, no cover-up, no bronzer. I could use a bit of color. I mean, going outside will fix that. And beauty standards are kind of weird as well, because it's just like, you're allowed to be artificial in some ways, but if you dye your hair weird colors, or you get some weird piercing, or you put ink under your skin, like, you're automatically thought of as, like, weird or scary, or, you know, given some negative connotation. And it's, again, it's a load of malarkey, to be honest. I love dyeing my hair. I need to redo it, to be honest. My black has faded to brown. But I have had my hair every color except for orange and white. I count my yellow corn blonde as yellow, so yeah. But I think it's the most ridiculous thing, where it's just like, if you do a certain thing and you're thought of a certain way, it's just like, that's not it at all. It's just people embracing their bodies, being who they are, wanting to do a certain thing. Beauty standards are the biggest load of bull in the world. And like, I was watching a BuzzFeed video yesterday, and it had plus size women on it. Like, these women were like 3X, and all three of them were like gorgeous, you know? But people down in the comments were like, you shouldn't be endorsing like fat people because obesity is bad for you and blah blah blah, when it's just like, everyone's just telling them to be themselves, bro. No one's telling them, like, no one's like shoving food in their face and going like, be fat, like, you know, they were like, they were pretty, and it's just like, people were being like so rude about it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, these women are embracing their bodies and who they are, and you're gonna sit there and do that. It's just like, sometimes people who are heavier have medical conditions that they just can't help. Certain medicines make you gain weight, certain, like, diseases, like, certain medical conditions make you gain weight. Like, the pastor at the church that my grandparents go to, she's quite plump, but it's because she has a medical condition that makes her like that. And, she can't really help it. And, there is a certain thing to be said if you just sit around and eat all the time. I'm quite jealous of people who can just sit around and eat all the time and remain like a size 0, but I mean, I'm quite satisfied at my 187 pounds. Like, I would rather be back down in the 160s like I was my sophomore year of high school, but at the same time, it's just like, I'm attempting to achieve the perfect hourglass, and I'm a few inches off. So close. I'm like 4 or 5 inches off from being like a perfect hourglass. And if you don't know what that is, that's a 10-inch difference between your boobs and your waist and your waist and your hips. Like, and I'm close. And, I'm satisfied with being plumper. I'm not afraid to be like, yeah, I wear a large or an extra large. I'm not afraid to admit that I wear a size 15 in waistbands of my pants. Like, I mean, my waist in skirts is a size 10, but it's just like, what? And I wear a size 12 dress. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And I think if more people just embrace their bodies, then, imagine how many companies, how many companies would go out of business if everyone, male, female, transgendered, imagine if everyone started accepting their bodies and who they are and didn't feel the need to cover up who they are or what they are. Imagine it. Thousands of companies. If women stopped, if everyone just stopped wearing makeup, CoverGirl, Almay, Maybelline, Olay, Revlon, imagine, they'd all go bankrupt. Think about how many companies are out there that are like, you need to look a certain way. Imagine if magazines stopped putting models in their magazines. Imagine if we just stopped photographing people and stopped telling them how to be. Imagine if beauty standards just disappeared. Think about how much different everyone would be if people could learn to love themselves. Because honestly, you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Because if you can't love this form that you've been given, how can you love a form of someone else? How can you love who they are? How they look? How can you love that person wholly and entirely if you can't love your whole being wholly and entirely? And I know for some people it's kind of hard to love yourself because you compare yourself and it's just like, dude, you're perfect the way you are. You just don't see it because society blinds you. Now, I'm not telling you that you should be a size 0. I'm not telling you that you should have my body dimensions. I'm not telling you that you should be a 3X. I'm not saying any of that. So don't try and twist my words, because there are people out there who do that and it's complete malarkey. I love that word, malarkey. It's so fun to say. But you should be more happy with yourself. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone else, and no one out there has the right to judge you. If you are happy with how you are, then good for you. Because that's all that matters. If you are happy with you, you are the only person you have to please. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. I don't care if 100 people don't see the beauty in you. As long as you see the beauty in you, that's all that matters. So yeah, that got really off track. So yeah, but that's kind of like, that's my message for today. Be you guys. Love who you are. Because that's the most important thing. So, I'll see you guys next time.